Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Got something different for you tonight, but something near and dear to my heart. This is Grimlock from the original Generation 1 Transformers cartoon that I grew up watching in the 80s. This actually belongs to my buddy Nick, and it was gifted to him from Bobby. So Bobby, if you're watching this, man, you did a wonderful thing for Nick, and he loves this. I love it too, and I'm going to review it for you. So hope you enjoy it. Put him in some poses and try and transform this thing into his more kind of humanoid form. But I would love dinosaurs growing up as a kid, man, and Grimlock was always one of my favorites. So it's very cool to see him in person all these years later. So it's actually Nick who put him in this kind of roaring pose. So like this one, thought I'd start off the video with the pose that he left him in. Got great posability in this, and now there are a few versions of this guy out there. I looked myself on YouTube to try and see which exact version this was. Watched a bunch of stuff, and it was always a different box. So honestly, guys, I'm no expert. I mean, just go looking for that box. If you want this specific one, then I guess look on eBay until you see this box coming with it. But that's the one I'm reviewing for you. But take a look at the packaging. It does say Toys R Us exclusive, and a little silver sticker there. There you go. Yeah, Masterpiece Grimlock, Dinobot Leader, MP-03. Some other little details there you may want to check. Yeah, well, that's what's on the back. You can have a read of that yourself, but yeah, it definitely says Hasbro, Tommy Company down there. So there you go. You can change the color of his eyes. The glowing feature on the weapons is pretty cool, but I haven't actually tried it myself. He comes with his crown. Badass. You want to see the sides? Just in case you want to see it. There you go. He does have quite a few die-cast parts. I think that includes his claws here. They're all individually movable there. You can move them all up and down, so that's really cool. And yeah, they definitely feel die-cast, whereas the rest of them, you know, the rest of the arm is plastic. There does seem to be some kind of silver die-cast kind of plating or something over his teeth, which gives them this really cool look. In the original Generation 1 cartoon, I think his teeth were just the same color as this, just grey, but I do like this kind of change here. I mean, this might be more of a comic book look. No expert anymore, folks. Grew up in the 80s watching this stuff, but it's been a while. It's been a while. Nick was mentioning something about this one possibly had a feature where if you do this with the tail, the head moves, but we couldn't get that to work. But that might just be a different version, because there are a bunch of there's a few different versions of this guy out there, to the point where I'm not even 100% sure which one this is. But it certainly is nice to have it here and do a video. Swivel action. Look at that. The guy who did the voice for Grimlock, though, man, I know some of you guys out there will know him by name, and fair play to you, because that was one hell of a voice to do. I was going to try and do an impression of it, but it's tough, man. Go back and YouTube Grimlock. You're going to get a lot of Michael Bay clips coming up. Just type in Grimlock cartoon or something. He's putting his hand up. Grimlock, have question. That's the most you're getting out of me. Yeah, actually pulled that off quite nicely. Right. Yeah, so Grimlock, and now he's roaring, he's getting frustrated. He's like, I'm having none of it. I want to be the leader. Optimus Prime is weak. Because that was Grimlock's thing, you see. He didn't like weakness, and he wanted to lead all of the Autobots and defeat the Decepticons once and for all by harsh means. He can breathe fire as well, man. That he's got a little fire breathing comes out of there. Yeah. Grimlock. Coming to get that ass. It's not a good night to be a Decepticon, 'cause it's coming to get ya. Wow. Some great articulation though, man. He's able to get his arms all the way out straight like this. I mean, it looks kind of funny, but just to show you can do it. Got a little bend at the elbow, all the fingers move individually. Die-cast action, very nice. So, you may not expect drastic movement with this guy, but that's what you gonna get. Rawr. Let me change the eyes to the red eyes, just so you can see how that looks. I believe we just have to lift up the top of the head here. Don't know if I'll be able to do it one-handed. There you go. Now, with the red eye, obviously looks more aggressive. I like that. And I just love how low you can get with him. I mean, you saw how upright he was before, but the legs can really hold him up well. And I believe these bits are die cast as well, and this bit here. A bit of the tail action as well, but yeah, he's able to balance very well. I've had no issues with him falling over. I really got him leaning forward there. Awesome piece. Love those shiny teeth. Yeah, leaning in, really roaring. Pretty badass on your shelf. Alright, what do you think? Should I try transforming him? It's actually going to be my first time doing it. I've seen Nick do it a couple of times, but I haven't tried it myself yet, so I'll let you know how long it took me. But there he is in his dinosaur form. Alright, so there he is, all transformed. It took me about 5 minutes. The only bit I had trouble with was the leg sections here. The top half I got done really quick, and then I just struggled at how to fold these and get them into position. But basically pretty simple, straightforward, easy to do. Oh, you're doing a little bit of a split there. He's got really good balance though. Very, very solid piece. Great head articulation here as well. You can look up, down, side to side. Very, very nice. Now let's get his weapons in his hands. There he is, all weaponed up to the max. Nice little shine coming off his chest there. Very nice. And he got his crown on. King of the Dinobots. Sir Grimlock. Of, what was their homeworld called? Cybertron? That was it. Look at that. Yeah. Nope. Let's get that straight. There's something back there. I don't know what it does, but I like the way you move. I like the way you do your thing, Grimlock. That's a cool name too, Grimlock. I ain't messing around with someone called Grimlock. You kidding me? Just do what he says and try to get on his good side. Because this guy, he ain't fooling around. And before I forget, I should mention my favorite Transformer when I was growing up was Sideswipe. Absolutely love that guy. And obviously Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, Soundwave, and was it Ravage? The tape that would burst out of, would come out of his chest, and it was like a cassette that would turn into Ravage, the Panther. I think there was also, oh, what was the Hawk as well? Like a spy that would go out. Oh, what was his name? Laserbeak? It was Ravage. What was his? Oh, his voice. I can't imitate that. That has a real like effect on it. But oh man, I used to love Generation 1 Transformers. That was a hell of it. And the movie, ooh, the soundtrack, tearjerkers as well, man. I mean, oh, I won't spoil it for you. You've had long enough, but seriously, jump on the Transformers movie. One hell of a soundtrack. Great animation. Great story too. Yep. Sideswipe's my boy. I've always intended one day to pick up a Sideswipe figure. I will get it done eventually. I used to have my Generation 1 Prime just lying around. I don't know what the hell I did with that thing. Now, as cool as he looks when he's in his kind of T-Rex form, even though I don't think the arms look like T-Rex arms, it's more like, I don't know. You would think it's a T-Rex, but he's got more than 2 fingers, and his arms are a bit longer than, well, a fair bit longer than a T-Rex. So maybe Allosaurus or something? I'm not sure. But yeah, he looks badass when he's a dinosaur, but there's no denying, I mean, this kind of has the most presence. Just arms raised, weapons in hand, crown on, victorious Grimlock pose. That looks beastly, man. That's awesome. So, I like it. I would give this, out of 10, and drop an 8.5 on it. I don't see any reason not to. It's a good piece. Great articulation. Really good balance. He's never fallen over. Thank goodness. Because again, it's Nick's figure, not mine. But massive shout out again to Mr. Bobby, who sent this Nick's way. That's very cool of him. That's the only reason he's placed on the desk here in front of me for this review for you guys. Some very cool chaps and chapettes out there. So if you enjoyed the video, folks, drop a like on it, share it with your collector buddies. Nice to be able to bring you something different for a change. And yeah, thanks again to Nick for letting me get my hands on it for the review. And make sure you follow me on Instagram at Dean9333, Facebook too. That's also Dean9333. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon next to the subscription button. That way you'll get email notifications every time I drop a video. And if you want to support the channel, doing it full time, any help would be appreciated. $1 a month on Patreon will get it done. Help you keep up to date with all the reviews you want to see. Keep things rolling on the channel here. Keep you all informed and entertained. It's a very nice figure, man. I'm liking it more and more every day. He's gonna have to go back to his master soon. I have enjoyed my time here with Grimlock. Anyway, thanks guys. I'll see you real soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.